make any perimeter jumpers. Finally something goes.
There you have it. But they do walk the ball up. I believe they're 29th in the league in fast break points. And to me, that's surprising given your guard talent and how explosive Steve Franchise is in the open court.
Nice pass back.
And the Rockets have the fewest field goal attempts in the league, so not surprised by that. Mutombo, when he gets that jump hook, he's actually shooting down on the bucket.
Well, that's gravy for the Knicks. Anything you get out of Mutombo because of his defensive presence, but when he starts knocking down jump hooks and getting you points in the paint, you got to be happy.
Foul on Mutombo away from the ball. Yao Ming very active early on.
Here's Mutombo, and I really feel this is why they made that 3 or 4 dribbling rule outside the paint area, because Mutombo was pounding it in the playoffs years ago against the Atlanta Hawks, and so was Charles Barkley. Don't give me that look. Charles Barkley.
There's a whole bunch of criminal offenders out there.
That was a pretty nice looking jump hook, though. Mutombo, he has that ability. That's one of the shots that he's worked on throughout his entire career.
Mutombo walks over to the bench. Says, what did I do wrong? Why are you taking me out?
They had to come out, and Michael Doliak comes in to replace him. Ball out of bounds, but it still belongs to Houston.
For a game of this magnitude, I'm very surprised that the players have been so lethargic in the opening moments. First season as the head coach for the Rockets after so many great years. 6.5 with the New York Knicks.
Got him to a final in '99.
See, Coutinho Mobley can shoot that shot. He's an excellent shooter from the perimeter.
And if I'm Houston, I attack through Coutinho and make Allen Houston work, see if that knee will hold up.
Very nice swing to Van Horn. Shot is good.
Well, one of the things about Stephon Marbury's addition to the Knicks is how many open shots they get. They never used to get good looks like that.
Well, he has 2 games so far this year already in the Knicks uniform where he has 14 assists.
Good use of the glass.
We're talking about assertiveness tonight. We're talking about a guy who's come out to make a statement, celebrating the Chinese New Year.
You think Stephon Marbury's got some Chinese in his background?
Oh, absolutely. Look at the tattoos there. When you're 7'6", you should not be flopping.
No, especially against a point guard.
You think Yao Ming likes to see Stephon Marbury turn that corner? I don't know if you guys saw that play last year in Phoenix where Stephon just shook Yao Ming up and left him on his back.
But Yao Ming is a completely different player this year.
Yao Ming trying to get the block, but the foul as he knocks Van Horn to the deck. What Stephon Marbury has done since he has joined the Knicks, you want to talk about, as you mentioned just a while ago, opening up shots for the other guys.
Well, I would figure Allen Houston would be the biggest beneficiary because he's easily one of the best outside shooters in this league. And when you have a guy who's penetrating, sucking that defense in and throwing out passes, you got wide open looks. Of course your percentage is going to his 2 shooters from the perimeter, Allen Houston and Keith Van Horn, showing him exactly how he's going to deliver the basketball. A little under the arm pass there. You think it's effective? Going around Yao Ming, there's that pass. Keith Van Horn knocks down the 3 ball from the corner. I mean, that's chemistry.
They've been working on that all day because the last time these 2 teams met, they double-teamed Stephon Marbury everywhere, took the ball out of his hands. Big guys were coming up and trapping him, forcing him to give it up. And the New York big guys, Doliak and Mutombo, they're not those flash-type players. So this Leon.
You see this ball movement, Keith Van Horn with a pass, a swing pass across the court and finds Allen Houston. And then out in the break, beautiful lead pass by Stephon Marbury and nice finish by Keith Van Horn.
When Stevie Francis runs by there and makes him double clutch, you got to have a big man coming from behind. Maurice Taylor gave up on that play. That's unacceptable. The Rockets don't appear ready to play in the first quarter of this ball game.
Now, I know it's early in the season. It's around midway point, and it's early in this game. I'm trying to think, can you guys remember the complexion of a team changing so quickly at some point during the season as the Knicks have right now?
Rarely do you have a change at the top at the general manager level. And Isaiah Thomas has come in and put an immediate stamp. He's got everybody on edge. The fear factor is right there on this Knicks team. They're playing as if they feel their lives are at stake.
Oh, it's a good thing for them. I mean, you see the results. You know, maybe a lot more teams need to play with that type of fear.
I couldn't agree more.
A lot of these guys getting too comfortable, and you see when Isaiah comes in and says, I'm going to take names here and ship some guys out, everybody starts responding. How come you don't have that type of energy without the pressure on you?
And all the moves that Isaiah Thomas has made, just been being hired 3 days before Christmas.
Amazing.
Brings Moochie Norris in from these Houston Rockets, clears out tons of dead wood, and then the big one, bringing over not only Stephon Marbury, bringing him back home, and getting Penny Hardaway, who has been a major plus for the Knicks.
Now, I mean, all the New Yorkers were billing this as the Stephon Marbury trade, but you see Penny Hardaway was a huge bonus. I mean, he was the nuts and the whipped cream and the cherry on top of the whole trade because he's still a fantastic ball player.
You don't still eat that stuff, do you?
You should have seen me earlier. Are you kidding me?
Padgett does. He came up with that block right now.
Very difficult shots. Jeff Van Gundy trying to get the guys to give it up and get some more ball movement, but no, it goes to the other side, and Patino Mobley drives right into the teeth of the defense. Time and time again, Doliak standing in to take charges, the rotation, the team spirit. It's all happening for New York, who shoot 47%, have 9 field goals on 8 assists, and only 1 turnover. That's basketball.
Yeah, you saw that. That looked like last year's Rocket team. I mean, a team that was very guard dominated, and those guys were really reluctant to share the basketball. Now it's almost like they're forced to with the big fella in the middle.
I'm looking at a Rocket team here that's figuring, look, these guys are all going to play the entire game. Why get out there and push it early?
Well, Stevie Francis found his way to the bucket, but he's not going to get too many more that are that easy.
And with Yao Ming saddled with 2 fouls, that lane should open up.
Hardaway tries to reverse it. End by Padgett, but they say somebody got him on top of the head.
Penny Hardaway with a nice drive along the baseline, but you watch this explosiveness by Steve Francis, able to get down the heart of that Knicks defense, and where's Mutombo?
They know what they're talking about.
Certainly the most handsome Walton to ever play at the NBA. But, hey, come on. The guy's 23 years old, living on the beach in Manhattan Beach and playing for the Lakers.
Yeah,
if he's not having the time of his life, I have failed as a father.
Marbury comes around to the ball. Harrington.
I like the way Marbury is giving it up out of that double-team defense.
Turnover, though, and Jackson comes up with it. Picked up by Hardaway. Taylor facing Doliak. Hand in his face. Turns on the baseline, uses the glass. Great use of the glass.
But when he takes so much time to get into the play, everybody else comes to a grinding halt.
I agree, but I like the results. I like Mo Taylor not bailing out Doliak and not taking that outside jumper. Instead, he takes him down low, puts him in the torture chamber.
A 7-0 run right now. Bokey got 9-0 as Nakbar goes in and jams it down.
Little Statue of Liberty there.
Generally, you like it when the guy you throw it to catches the ball. Where would you like it next time, Michael Doley? Did you ever have that problem with Timmy and David?
No, they had terrific hands. You kidding me, those guys?
Plus, you never gave it up.
That too.
9-0 run we have right now. Time to remind you, Thursday on TNT, Sacramento against Cleveland. That's 7 Eastern. Then it's 9:30 Eastern time. The Lakers at Dallas. High-scoring affair on that one. Saturday on NBA TV, Lakers in Utah. And then Sunday on NBA TV, Houston and Orlando.
How about those Lakers? Counting tonight, 21 of the next 28 on the road. Wow. They did not take advantage of the early season favorable schedule.
They better hope that they get some of those bodies back.
You know, I don't think that's a team that can afford to have the attitude they've had in previous seasons where we're going to take the regular season off and come playoff time, we're going to turn it on.
You know who's playing for Houston is Scott Padgett. He tipped that ball out. He's creating opportunities for his teammates in transition. This was a brilliant pickup by Jeff Van Gundy and Carroll Dawson, the general manager of the Rockets.
Well, he's a good shooter, that's for sure. And you need somebody out there that's going to do your dirty work. Every team needs a guy who's going to be the laundry man, the custodian, the guy who's going to do all the trash, pick up the trash, clean up the messes.
Charles Oakley type?
Oh, yeah.
That type, right?
They're just too hard to find.
Brian Cardinal type for the Golden State Warriors.
Shot clock dips below 10. Taylor again. Thomas on his back. Oh, tough shot. It's over top of Van Horn, grazes the front iron, and Hardaway with the rebound.
That shot was an afterthought.
But Jeff Van Gundy has not been getting much from his bench of late.
Penny Hardaway well off the mark.
I'm happy this could be for Penny. This is a golden opportunity. Now 32 years of age.
Hard to believe. Taylor has come up and put on a show. And they take the spokes out. But here at the Toyota Center, it's modern Marbury here. You get personalized your bike, your own key.
I took a tour. It's my first day here at the Toyota Center. I've seen all the arenas. This is right at the top, and I am good for it. Well, you've already gone crazy.
Yeah, I have. That's for sure.
If there's a difference between the second quarter and the first quarter in scoring, it's not hard to figure out why. 77%.
Rockets just settled down. Defensively, they're doing a fantastic job. Again, they're helping each other out. And you see there, as Mo Taylor starts to go towards Stephon Marbury, they want to get that ball out of his hands.
Thomas gets it on the iron, tapped once by Mutombo. It won't go down.
The Knicks' problem started immediately when Allen Houston went to the bench for a rest, and then it was exacerbated when Marbury went out. Marbury's back, but Houston's been quiet, too.
Francis comes right off of a screen set by Yao Ming and hits that jump shot. The Rockets made their last 5 shots.
And once that combination really figures it out, they're going to be deadly. Because Steve Francis comes off that pick and roll. Yao Ming set a tremendous screen, as you see the talented Penny Hardaway knock down that shot. But once Steve Francis and Yao Ming really get into a flow and they run that pick and roll, who's going to stop them? It's going to be extremely difficult.
Well, we saw on the Christmas Day game when they went in and torched the Lakers, but the Lakers were still playing well.
3-second call. Yao Ming got parked down there in the lane.
And you see this pick by Yao Ming to free up Steve Francis. There's no way Stephon Marbury can get around the Great Wall. And there's Steve Francis with a nice stop and pop.
How about the big man stepping up? When you talked, Greg Anthony talked about the dominance of Yao Ming. The advantage of points in the paint has swelled for Houston. Plus 10 now.
Marbury with it, puts it on the floor into a double team. Almost stolen. Now it is stolen away. To Tina Mobley. To Francis. Right into Marbury. No call.
When the Rockets come out to double team Stephon Marbury, the big guys, Kurt Thomas, Mutombo, Houston, Penny, they got to flash up and break the play and get to the foul line.
Well, Van Gundy is basically challenging the Knicks big men to perform offensively. They're sitting Mo Taylor as soon as Stephon Marbury gets in position to get that ball out of his hands, make somebody else run the offense.
That's 3 or 4 times in the last trips for the Knicks where Kurt Thomas took a long-range jump shot.
I don't think that's exactly what they want, even though Kurt Thomas is a competent scorer.
Game for the Houston Rockets, due in large part to the rebounding of Maurice Taylor, not the strength of his game.
That's not even a good shot for Allen Houston. He can shoot them from just about anywhere. Nice pass. Ming looking back for Francis, but it's picked off. Houston.
I love the give and go and the big guys dropping dimes.
Dropped under a minute to go. We got a foul off the ball. 3-second call.
Maurice Taylor is just overpowering whoever comes near him. Nice defense there by Dikembe Mutombo, but where is the box out? Where is the individual responsibility?
Non-existent. Mo Taylor showing you some athletic ability and effort. Offensive rebounds don't just fall into your lap. You have to go out and get them.
When you look at the 6 men candidates of the year, I mean Bobby Jackson, Harrington, Antoine Jameson, this guy Maurice Taylor has to be right in that conversation.
No question. I mean, he's definitely in the top 5.
Here was a guy who had all kinds of problems at the start of the season, suspended, violations of the league rules.
By the way, for that award, you should only talk about being in the top 6, the top 5.
Thank you, John.
Hello, but Mo Taylor was really the man in that second quarter, did a nice job, and the Rockets offensively got off. Look at Yao Ming setting that screen, freeing up Stevie Franchise, and then Yao Ming got involved as well.
Flashing to the ball from the very beginning. He was limited, Yao Ming, during the first half because of the foul trouble. But the nicest part about this game tonight was the opportunity to go into the Lexus Lounge right back here in the halftime break. This place is special here.
Every place Sean leaves, it's in a Lexus. Just remember that. But Sean, if you're going to guard Stephon Marbury, which Houston had a problem doing early in the game, what do you have to do?
Oh, you got to keep him out of the lane, and it's very evident that Jeff Van Gundy is trying to keep the ball out of his hands and keep him out of the lane. You see Mo Taylor stepping out, and then watch him get back to his man, get back to the paint area, and forces Allen Houston to take the shot. And then Stephon Marbury again trying to turn that corner, but Padgett is there, forces the bad pass and the steal for the Rockets, and an easy 2 on the other end. Every time he comes across, Bill, he's trying to work something in that pick and roll. They're jumping out at him. They're making him give that ball up.
Padgett made a nice contribution there in the major statistics. Rebounds and field goal percentage in favor of the home team Houston Rockets. New York, they have their work cut out for them.
Francis comes up. Looked like a shot, but Katina Mobley says,
No, that's their play. That's patented Houston Rockets alley-oop.
There's that big man again coming out, forcing Marbury to do something different.
Finds Van Horn on a baseline for a 3-pointer.
Nice job by Van Horn to get to the spot. When you have point guards or small forwards, 2 guards that drive that baseline, the free shot is along the other baseline in the corner.
Jackson into Mobley, around Van Horn. Shot is good.
Why would Keith Van Horn, who's 6 inches taller than Katina Mobley, fly by him? How about a closeout defense?
Stephon Marbury tries to answer back.
Well, Stephon, who did not score in the first half, he's got to come alive on the offensive end. When things are falling apart, just take it on yourself.
They're starting off the second half a lot more aggressive.
Mobley. Houston tries to stay with him. Fadeaway is short. Yao Ming. That's not fair. You got 7'2" Dikembe Mutombo down there. And he has to pick it off his back.
He just reached right over him. Rebounding in 2 or 3 different zones.
He's making the rest of these guys look like little teenagers.
Thomas, the baseline, or rather from the free throw line. No good.
Nice rotation out defensively by Yao Ming.
Yao Ming gets it again with Mutombo on his back. Backs him in, turns, and drops a soft touch. If you can do that over a guy who's 7'2", you can't stop that.
Dikembe Mutombo is a 4-time Defensive Player of the Year in the NBA. Yao Ming is a second-year player who's just schooling. This is remarkable. He's open over the top.
Yao Ming with 14 points and 6 rebounds. 6 of 8 from the field. Mobley out to Jackson. 3-pointer's good.
And that's that off corner we're talking about. When you drive, when you penetrate the baseline, you got to get yourself to the corner if you want the shot.
The Knicks are just giving up easy penetration time and time again. They've got to tighten up on the perimeter.
Houston has his pocket picked by Mobley. Into the corner to Francis. Thomas gets out there. Van Horn on the switch. Francis is trying to break him down. Finds Mobley. 3-pointer. Grazes the front iron.
Kelvin Cato.
You're not going anywhere.
He just was fouling all the way. But the rebound over the top, just reaching over with the massive left hand. What balance, what touch, what finesse.
Marbury again.
I mean, his last 2 shots didn't have a chance of touching the rim. They were so pure.
Instant replay. Marbury knows that he had 5 quick assists. He got the Knicks up to a quick lead, but he didn't score in the first half. Jackson too far off the mark.
Get to Marbury quickly. Don't let him get a run at you.
Ducked underneath. Marbury with a perfect pass to Kurt Thomas.
He gave Steve Francis a little hesitation and just froze him. I mean, he flew right past him.
Lenny Wilkins told us today that he wanted his Knicks team to try to run, to pick the tempo up and break down this veteran Houston defense. Oh, what? This is a clinic.
That's the type of
Wide open three, no good. Yao Ming. And the foul goes against Kurt Thomas. Looking for all the latest news on the NBA? Watch NBA TV Insiders on NBA TV to find out tomorrow's NBA news today.
So, Sean, we've seen Yao Ming put on a magnificent performance tonight. Who deserves to start for the Western Conference?
Oh, that's a tough
all-stars in the center position. Shaq was so dominant early. Now we see Yao Ming doing it all.
But Shaq is still a better player than Yao Ming. There's no question about it.
Shaq hasn't really played those in early December.
You're right. And it's, you know, we'll see how he comes back from his injury. I mean, a big guy like that, you know, putting all that pressure and all that weight on that calf, I don't see that thing getting much better.
It's a running game for young men.
Yes, it is.
Marbury now dances into all the white jerseys. Mutombo thought he had a wraparound dunk.
But that was going to be a Connie Hawkins throwdown.
Wow. Now he's going to get pinned by the rim is what was going to happen.
Yao Ming, pick and roll.
Look, lives in earlier career. Houston, as there is in New York, Chicago, Los Angeles, and San Francisco.
Toronto.
Wow, the big fella's just dominating right now. No question about it.
There's nothing he needs skill-wise anymore. I think it's all mental and his personality.
Oh, his skills are even going to continue to develop.
It's hard to play better than he's played tonight.
Shot clock at 5. Penny Hardaway beats it and drops it down.
In talking to Lenny about Penny Hardaway's contributions, he was just amazed at what a solid defender Penny is, what a tremendous rebounder and committed team player he is at this point in his career.
Well, you think, if not for injury, what type of a career? I mean, Penny Hardaway had a pretty darn good career anyway.
He had everything. He had a doll. The West.
I think that's the knowledge of Jeff Van Gundy spending so much time in that conference.
And the lack of big guys in the Eastern Conference, right? You got Yao Ming just dominating everyone.
Knockbar swings a great ball movement. Paget from the baseline, no good. Harrington with the rebound.
Van Gundy's been raving about Jimmy Jackson all year, and that's what guys who are at the top of their game do. They inspire others, setting up a Scott Paget.
Houston, that's a deuce, foot on the line.
Wow, I mean, Allen Houston only needs a speck of daylight to get that shot off. Did a nice job moving without the basketball that possession.
Still just 10 points for Houston. More than that out of the top scorer if they're going to knock off this Rockets squad.
But the defensive rotations for the Rockets have just been superior tonight. Ouch, he got hit in the face.
Tell you what, and look at the look on his face. Mo Taylor says, you know what, all right, I'll take the 2, but I should be up there shooting for a 3rd.
There's 15 points now for Maurice Taylor off the bench. Offensive foul. Now that's a makeup.
You said it, I didn't. You're going to get that call from the league. I've already had mine.
And a little jam.
Paget was still dribbling the ball and it was gone. Paget blocking shots now coming from the weak side.
I like the fact that Yao Ming sits next to Ewing on the bench. Gets to pick up even more knowledge.
Paget's 3, no good.
He's going to need everything he can pick up, because going into Indianapolis on Friday night, that will be a battle.
Thomas from the baseline rims out. Mobley with the rebound. Yao Ming on the bench with 29 points. That's 1 shy of a career high.
I was about to say, he doesn't need any more knowledge for tonight, that's for sure. He was dropping the knowledge.
A very impressive victory. Slow start for Houston. Looked like they were going to get run out. Down 10 at the end of 1. It's been all Yao Ming and Maurice Taylor ever since.
Taylor with the rebound in the final 5 seconds. Going to tick down night belongs to Yao Ming. New York had a 26-16 lead at the end of the first, but they get blown out and lose it 86-71. Stay tuned for the Australian Open coming up next. For Sean Elliott, Bill Walton, and our entire ESPN crew, I'm John Saunders. Once again, the final score, 86-71 in favor of the Houston Rockets.